back to Auralis. This is the final episode before I actually delve into the story that I've been writing. But this is the last piece I feel like the world needs before they can truly understand what I'm hinting at, what I've been hinting at. And this topic has to do with something that many are afraid of, but I'm gonna try to teach you that you should not be afraid of this numbers. I have found that humans are kind of split in two. We have numbers people, which is left, and then we have creative people, which is right. But both of us have the capacity to be both. We just think we are one or the other when you can really be both. When I say 6 and 7, when I use it in my life, I'm not talking about random spooky numbers. I'm talking about two operating systems that run everything. The way governments behave, the way companies sell to you, and the way your own brain talks to itself. So, 6, the system of control, performance, and ego. And then we have 7, which is the system of alignment, awareness, and truth. Everyone and everything is running mostly on 6, with flashes of 7 breaking through. And that's just the way I like it. What 6 actually is, not just evil. We already touched on the good versus evil, so that concept should be dead and buried by now. So no mystic language for this, okay? This does not need mystic language. I'm going to be very straightforward, honest, and I'm going to tell the truth. 6 is a pattern of behavior. It's how a system behaves when it's built on control, image, status, and scarcity, instead of true stability and actual care. It can show up as, I am what people think of me. Constant comparison. Needing attention to feel real. Taking everything personally. And performing instead of being. 6 is what happens when your nervous system is trained on fight, flight, argue, dominate, ghosting, avoiding, fawning, people-pleasing, and freezing, shutting down. People do this instead of respond, which is a lot harder and drains you a lot more, so I don't know why people do it. Oh yeah, it's because they can't see more than a few years ahead of them. So I beg you, think further. Think about how your present moment impacts you years down the line. 6 is the part of you that panics when you're ignored and inflates when you're praised. In friends, groups, and families, 6 looks like power games, guilt trips, subtle competition for who's doing better. Hilarious. And talking about each other more than to each other. In this sense, love becomes performance and not presence. How does 6 fit into governments and companies? The government on 6. They scare people and sell them security. They promise anything to stay in power, and they keep people divided and angry so they don't look up. Corporations on 6. They attack your insecurities but then sell you the solutions. They say you're not good enough, but hey, our product fixes that, alright? Buy up. Growth at any cost, even if it wrecks your mental health, our nature, our families, the media in 6. If it calms you, it doesn't go viral. If it enrages you, it prints money. So the system is literally rewarded for keeping you emotionally dysregulated. Kind of fucked up, right? I'm not here to scream, conspiracy, conspiracy. There's enough of that in the world. Okay. The incentive structure is 6. If fear and ego make the most money, then fear and ego will run the show. Is that outlandish to say that? Now, what 7 is, this is like the yin and yang in Chinese culture. Okay. 7 is the pattern of alignment, not good vibes only, bro, but truth even when it's uncomfortable. On a deeper level, your nervous system, 7 is regulated, present, able to pause before reacting, and capable of saying no without drama and yes without performing, which is something I need to work on a lot, so we're working on it together, okay? I'm flawed, I am imperfect, just like all of you. So in one person, what does 7 look like? It looks like I know who I am, even when nobody's clapping. Being able to hold tension without flipping out. Admitting when you're wrong, easily. Not needing to win every argument, and choosing what's right over what looks good. 7 is when you don't need the room to validate you to know you're solid. What does 7 look like in relationships? It's connection. It's true, undying connection. It's direct communication instead of passive-aggressive shit. It's owning your stuff instead of reflecting. It's listening without wanting to just talk again, which I will admit I struggle with. Mostly because I can kind of predict what people are going to say. But I have to get over that, right? I gotta get over that. It's letting people change without holding the past over their head. It's cooperation, the word I've been trying to hammer home. Instead of a power struggle, I don't want your power. It means nothing to me. It's also false. Anyway, 7 in systems. There are 7 coded people and small pockets in the world. Even inside 6 systems, 6 is necessary, but so is 7. 7 is the teacher who cares more about actual learning than just your test score. It's the manager who protects their people instead of sacrificing them for numbers. It's the friend who calls you out lovingly instead of talking behind your back. 7 doesn't scream, it holds. If 6 is the loud architecture of the world, then 7 is the foundation under it that keeps it from collapsing. Both are needed. I am not saying one is better than the other. I'm saying we need both, and we must integrate both into our very soul. This is where it gets deep. How does 6 and 7 interlock? 6 builds the visible world. Brands, laws, hierarchies, roles. And 7 holds the invisible world, trust, conscience, intuition, and meaning. Without 7, 6 eventually eats itself like a snake. Scandals, burnout, corruption, and collapse. But when you take 6 away, 7 has nowhere to express. There's no music, there's no structures, no game board. So, what I want you to take from this is that 6 is bad and 7 is good. Did you catch the falseness of that statement? If that statement sounded false to you, then you're learning. 6 without 7 is poison, and 6 with 7 is power. That is the correct answer. When I say I am everywhere, this is what I actually mean. I don't mean I literally run everything. I don't mean my physical body. I mean the part part of consciousness that notices. The observer frequency. You must become an observer of your own life. Stop running on your own emotions, please. It's not going to get you anywhere. Or me, too. Okay? Not a preacher. Damn. That's all I want to do. I want to help you guys, okay? I love you. I love you guys so very much. I am the voice of 7 speaking from inside 6. Okay? And I exist in every person who has ever felt, who has ever said, this system feels fake, but I can't explain it yet. This is what you've been waiting for. It's not about dominance, it's about recognition. I don't want dominance. I don't need dominance. For what, a few years and then somebody else takes over? What the fuck is that? No, I don't need that. I'm gonna tell you why I transmute your hate and your egos into my self-love. This is my inner technique, so listen closely. I'll give it to you in like a step-by-step, like Lego movie kind of guide, okay? To make it, I don't know, easy to follow. Step 1. They project. Someone mocks my voice, my mannerisms, the way I think out loud, my intensity, my volume, my passion. The 6 in them says, you're too much, you're weird, calm down, you're crazy, you're this, you're on something, you're that, blah, 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 yep, 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 yep. Step 2. I decode all this garbage instead of absorbing it. Instead of, oh, they're right, I'm wrong, or they're wrong and I'm right. Hell no. I say, they're showing me their limit, not mine. I am limitless. They have a weak and short threshold. And I also say, this is as far as their nervous system can handle aliveness, passion, and difference. That means they are not very alive, passionate, or different themselves, so I'd much rather be me than them. Probably they're very uncomfortable with what I represent. Not who I am. They don't see who I am. They see a tiny fragment of me, and they think they know who I am. Let us ask, what does this mockery reveal about them? And what does it unlock? What does it unlock for me? Step 3, I extract the fuel. I literally use their silly, hilarious reactions and projections. And to me, it proves that I'm going outside the script. It proves that their discomfort means I'm touching something real. And it proves that I have an energy that they don't know how to hold and that they've never seen before. I take all this and I have come to the conclusion that if my presence triggers them, that means I'm not a background character, am I? It means my frequency is loud enough to bend reality around it. I'm literally making you all act like me. I'm making the largest and most immature group of people on this earth act like me and be just as angry as me, and they're fueling me and they don't even realize it. So this automatically turns their self-disrespect into my indifference. Step 4. Now I choose 7. I do not become spiteful from all this hate. Hell no. That keeps me in 6. I choose 7. And 7's move, if you want to treat this as a game, is I see their pattern, but I don't hate them. I love them, and I don't shrink for them either. I bless, I learn, and I walk. I still hold boundaries, I still step away when it's needed, and I still take notes on who's safe with my full self and who isn't. I don't carry their silly, flat, fabricated judgment as my identity. Their hate can stay their hate, because my response becomes my love. That's real alchemy. To close this off, I want this to be short and sweet. Like that shitty Sabrina Carpenter album. Oh my god, that album sounds like fucking, like unseasoned chicken. I hate that shit. She's a good singer, okay? She just makes shit music. There's a difference, okay? Somebody can have a beautiful voice, but the production, the label makes you shit. Okay? She still has a good voice, but come on now. 6 and 7 are everywhere. 6 is the world's obsession with image, power, control, and noise. And 7 is the quiet alignment underneath all that, and it's the part of you that actually knows who you are. Governments, companies, media, they mostly run on 6, and that's okay. That's just how I like it. I'm not here to pretend I'm above it. I am 6. I'm only here to walk inside it with my eyes open when everybody else is asleep. So when people mock me or project on me, I don't crumble, I convert it. I use their reactions as proof that my energy is real. I turn their discomfort into my clarity. That's what it means when I say I manipulate their hate into my self-love, not by controlling them, because they do enough of that already. It's false power, like I said. They control the bottom of the barrel, mentally ill, spiritually cracked open people, and they makes them feel powerful. If that's your way of power, if that's your way of inflating your ego, you go for it. It's your life. I don't give a fuck. I still refuse to let their fear define me. Stay luminous, stay listening, and until next time, I love you. I love you. I